please.
Well, Nabila Ramdani is a journalist and expert on the Middle East. She's with us now in the studio. Nabila, what are you hearing? What's the latest?
Well, of course, we are witnessing the extraordinary scenes of rejoicing throughout Libya. It is effectively a historical day for Libya, and one shouldn't underestimate the implications it will have on the Libyan populations, Libyan population as a whole, but also in Africa, the Middle East, and indeed around the world.
And in what way? What do these pictures say to people, do you think, around the world?
Anybody watching television at the moment knows who Gaddafi is. Gaddafi was particularly clever at manipulating Western media to bring himself onto the international stage. He was, remember, very cunning in making strong ties with Western powers, who eventually undid him. Britain, Tony Blair's Britain, of course, embraced him. President Sarkozy received him in Paris not that long ago. And ironically, these are the two very power who helped undo him.
There will be all kinds of reverberations, though, weren't there, about the way he died?
Very much so, and I think we have seen how Gaddafi was captured alive, in fact, dragged through the streets of Sirte before being shot dead. Now, this is not an indication that the National Transitional Council forces are quite ready for due process and indeed the rule of law, and this will sends all the wrong messages, particularly to the families of the victims of Lockerbie here in Britain, but also people who have loved to hear about the murder of the WPC, even Fletcher, his support, Gaddafi's support for the IRA and international terrorism in general. So justice certainly wouldn't have not been done for all these people.
And this was a kind of summary justice, quite clearly, wasn't it? What we don't know at the moment. We've seen those pictures of what seems to have been a convoy of cars nearby. We don't really know how he came to be in the storm drain, at least officially at the moment. There's all kinds of speculation. What are you hearing about the sons?
The latest reports are that Mu'tasim, who was one of his key son, he was a special advisor, he was heading one of the brigades, fighting alongside his father since the beginning of the conflict, and indeed was heading this brigade since 2009. Remember when he paid this historical visit to the White House and met Hillary Clinton back then. We're also hearing that Mu'tasim's body has been found, and he's been found dead. These reports have not been confirmed by the NTC. On another hand, we're hearing that Saif al-Islam Gaddafi, who was at some point tipped to be the heir, is now in hospital and is potentially facing trial. Perhaps in Libya. Certainly the ICC would be keen to have him tried at The Hague.
And we should be clear, that's unconfirmed, but in hospital as far as you know, alive, as far as you're hearing?
In hospital and alive, absolutely.
Nabila, thank you very much for the moment.